Yo, we live?
No, not quite yet.
Okay, I'm ready whenever you are.
It's putting it together.
Should I go sideways?
You do you, man. Well, here we are, live. Paul can't decide if he wants to go sideways or not. Just tilt your head there. We've got a special little early podcast this evening. We're joined by Mr. Assmongler himself. We should say that louder since he's in a public place without headphones.
They can't hear. It's
Let
all
everyone
good.
know. Let everyone know where you are, why you're there, and what you're doing there.
So I'm here in the Washington Commanders interview room, and I'm here to provide some entertainment during the second quarter, 2 minute. What's it called? The 2 minute warning of the first half.
Okay.
And I'm with my friends of the Washington Nationals. It is the crossover night. Washington Nationals, Washington Commanders crossover. So about a month ago, we had a game where the Commanders kind of took over all the game entertainment assets at that field. And we're doing the same here at FedEx Field.
All right. Very cool. So are you going to be, I assume you'll be dressed up like a mascot?
Maybe Teddy and Screech were out earlier with Major Tuddy hanging out at kind of like the pregame, it's also Latino night. So we were dancing around with some DJs and they would just call out random South American countries and Central American countries. And then the crowd would just go nuts in these different pockets. It was pretty fun.
All right. Very cool. Well, it's great. We've got our first live appearance, in pod history from inside an NFL stadium. That's fantastic. So, I mean, you want to pretend to be Ron Rivera, and what do you think is going to happen tonight? Give us your little prediction. Is this going to be a positive interview room later or negative?
So here's my take. I think the Bears are going to go nuts. Because if you haven't heard, I believe Coach Ditka died today.
Dick Butkus, not Coach
Dick
Ditka.
Bucket. Oh, yeah, well, one of those coaches for the Bears. So I think oh, well, whatever. Well, what did he do? Anyway.
So he's only one of the never mind.
The Bears, I think, are gonna rally and they're gonna win. Also the Bears have been terrible lately. So I think they're due for a win, and it's only it would be a Commanders thing to lose to them. So that's kind of my prediction. So I think yes, the Riverboat Ron will not be having a good press room right now. It won't be good.
All right. Well, I mean, Riverboat Ron's looking pretty conservative there. He didn't go for two to try to beat the Eagles at the end. So I don't know how much of a gambler he's going to be. But, it is sad, the passing of Dick Butkus, a famous Chicago Bear, certainly. Not Coach Ditka, okay? He didn't trade every pick in the draft for, Ricky Williams, way back in the day. So anyway, sir, your team's off to a hot start, right there at 2-2, bringing up the rear in its division, averaging a whopping 90 points a game. What's your feeling? Here you are, about a third of the way through the regular season.
Is it already a third of the way? Or after this game? What?
No, I mean, I think the regular season is 14 weeks, so we're almost a third.
Okay.
Basically.
Here's my take. The way that I drafted, it's a win now year. I obviously went with Cup, which, who knows at the time whether it was something, a minor injury or not. So I know that I was going to be a little rough the first couple of weeks waiting for Cup to get back. So I'm okay. I'm conservative. I think things will be okay. I'm still figuring out my running back situation. Who do I trust? Who don't I trust? The quarterback situation is I'm probably going to make the wrong decision and just ride out Burrow just because I'm a loyal guy. That may not be the smart thing. I think the projections for Brock are a little higher for this week, but I got to ride it out. I got to have faith. And then obviously the injury to Aaron Rodgers kind of hurts with Garrett Wilson. So injuries this year is kind of what's hurting me, but it's still win now. No, I'm not looking to trade up this year. I'm going to trade away. So if you want to get me on the other end of a deal for that and get some of my picks for next year, then offer me something good, because I will dish my picks for next year.
Look, I mean, if you really want quarterback help, Anthony Richardson's
I don't want
available.
Quarterback help. You have two quarterbacks.
Are you sure?
Foolish. You can't roster both of them. I don't want to take quarterback.
Of course I can roster both. You could use an upgrade.
Yeah,
I think
you're
is
no, I
really
don't
the
want your
point.
quarterback. I want
You're in
Josh
win now
Allen.
mode.
I'll take Josh Allen.
What's that? What does that get me?
I don't know exactly. You're just trying to you want to free up a roster spot and trade away Richardson. I don't want it.
I'm not trying to free up a roster spot. You could use the help. Let's mutually benefit our team.
Okay,
You
maybe
know,
not.
I'd trade you Josh Allen, but that's a high
I'll trade
price.
you Josh Allen for A-Chain.
It's Chan now. He goes by Chan now. Okay. Can you
He's
spell
gonna
Cooper
be
Cup's
he's gonna be
full
huge.
name?
He's gonna be the next Christian McCaffrey. Get him now. He has keeper value. That's good.
What is his keeper value? 8th round. Okay. We'll see how the rest of the year goes. That's not bad.
Let's
But
go
more
right now.
importantly, can you spell Cooper Cup?
COOPERKUPP.
Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Fantastic. That's market improvement from where you were just about 6 weeks ago. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, look, I get it. Burrow obviously has been a huge disappointment. We don't really know how long when Cooper's coming back and what he'll look like right away. But yeah, I mean, there certainly is talent. You've got Jahmer Gibbs. Don't forget, Jahmer. God, yeah, I mean, look, there's certainly potential there. Yeah, might want to make some moves around the edges. I get it. You're not hurt by the bye weeks this week. Running back's a thin position league wide, so that's really a tough one.
See, I have
because
of my depth. I'm able to kind of take some risks. I have Warren and I have Harris. I sat them both last week. It was the right decision. We'll see. I don't want anyone to get hurt, but obviously, if something happens over in Pittsburgh, one of those guys I think will emerge as a reliable source of points. David Montgomery, I have him in our league. It's like, who do I really want to see do well? I don't know. But again, injuries, I don't want to root for them, but I kind of am in a good spot with some of these guys where if they become the lead back, there are going to be some money points.
Yeah, we'll see. I personally don't want anything to do with the Pittsburgh offense right now, but I get it. There is always potential if someone gets hurt for someone else to step up. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I don't think you have depth really at receiver. Once Cup's back, that's really it. You don't really have Drake London's just not good. The Falcons don't throw the ball. JSN hasn't done anything yet. You'll drop Mingo to make room for Cup. So there's definitely some depth issues at receiver. But, you'll see. Like I said, if you change your mind and you decide you want Anthony Richardson, then, you know where to call.
Okay.
I'll be waiting. Yeah, Josh Allen, that is going to cost you more than Chan. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, come on, please, dude. Keeper value?
It's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks.
When you start to become a seller, you're going to want to trade him. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, sure. I'll wait that out. I'm more than content for now. More than content. So, but yeah, it's been a good start. Good start to the season here. We've got only one undefeated team. Kirshner with McCaffrey leading the way. That's not really a surprise, I think, given how strong his team is coming off the number 1 pick.
He's doing really well, by the way. Just like the way that he executed on the draft, It was almost like it was almost so easy. It made so much sense, and he gave up a lot, but he got what he got. And I'm not surprised, but when you looked at what his picks were and where he was drafting, I was a little surprised. And it's almost just like, wow. I mean, I don't think so. Only thing obviously he got lucky with was Evans. So I think, but that's a huge boot. But other than that, like the Evans going hot is kind of compensates for the fact that Jamar Chase hasn't been playing well. I think he has a really solid team and really surprised how well he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, look, obviously David Montgomery is been a surprise, right? I don't think we thought he'd be a top 10 running back so far. Lamar's been Lamar. McCaffrey's just, I mean, it's unreal. 45 points last week.
He's starting Antonio Gibson today. What the heck? Why would you put a running back in your flex spot today?
Look at bye weeks, though. Mike Evans is on bye. Keenan Allen's on bye.
Dude, I would put Lazard in. Come on. Seriously, Antonio Gibson?
I would not.
Oh, God, he's going to lose this week. It's done.
I don't know about that. I mean, look, I agree. I would not be relying on Antonio Gibson. I probably would have been trying to find something off waivers in that situation. But you can't trust that Lazard's going to do anything. I mean, it's just you can't trust Zach Wilson beyond Garrett Wilson. That doesn't make sense. Plus, the reality is he may get enough points with someone like Chase and David Montgomery. He may not really need it. I don't know what his matchup is this week, but just as he's playing on the picket line here, but he's projected to win pretty comfortably. Now, of course, I mean, you look at the other side, right? Barkley's coming back off injury. You've got, a bunch of tough matchups for on the picket line. CeeDee Lamb playing the Niners, Sunday Night Football, Devonta Smith playing the Rams in LA. Now, they could obviously have big games, certainly could be an upset here, but I don't know, maybe you roll the dice, it's bye weeks. He's also 4-0. He can afford the loss. It's not going to be the end of the world if he doesn't win. So that doesn't really strike me as given the situation as being that bad of a play. There are teams that are going to have like everyone on bye. For example, let's look at Tate's team. A couple guys on bye here, good players. Chris Godwin, right? There's always going to be buys now, and if that's how your team is affected, that's what you have to do. So I don't really blame Kirshner for that. I think he'll be fine. He can afford it. It's that simple. But hit us with some observations here. You've been a league member, charter member. Any observations, for the season so far you want to hit us with, or you want to dive into some big NFL topics?
Let's see. I don't have too much to say. I would say I'm happy with the trade so far. They've been good. I don't think it's a year where people are selling too early or buying too early. Everyone kind of is in it except for one owner, which is a little questionable, some of his decisions. I know he was trying to break ground with an acquisition of some fab, but at what cost? That being the laughingstock of the league? I mean, at least it takes eyes off of me. So maybe that's the positive coming out of the way he's playing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think Wagner's punted a little bit, when we look at some of these trades, right? I mean, it's like giving up DeAndre Swift, giving up Devonta Smith, I mean, he certainly got back some good picks, but there's some punting going on there. If you're Wagner, I think that's the one concern I'd have so far with the way the league season has gone is, and I get it, right? If you don't think your team's very good, maybe you just say screw it, and look, second round picks certainly have a lot of value, but 2-3 weeks in, 4 weeks in, it's hard to really know. Your team is not fully formed yet. There's still a lot that can happen, and giving up 2 really strong players on a very strong offense is it's certainly a move, but it's definitely kind of a wave the white flag type of thing. And it's not my personal style, and it's something that we talked about at the draft. How do we try to prevent that situation? Because it's not, the trades in themselves are fine, but when you look at it in the totality and you go, wait, that's 2 premier players from the same team traded away, within days of each other, that's what the concern is, right? We're a month in. We're not at the trade deadline where, okay, look, you're not competitive, get what you can. So, that's where I think we have to be careful. But overall, it's been good so far. And I'm proud of people. Everybody's competitive for the most part. We've got most people, almost, well, everybody but 2 teams have multiple wins. So there's not really a situation where you've got a kind of 2 tiers. I think most of the league's very competitive, which is what I thought would happen after the draft, looking at rosters. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see how it turns out, but I don't sit there and have any idea of who's really the strongest team besides Kirshner, which I think is predictable. So
Yep.
Yeah. How disappointed are you? We saw 4 sweeps in the wild card round. Did they just not want to compete against Thursday Night Football? What happened there?
Well, speaking about disappointment, how about I disappoint all you all and say I didn't even watch any of them? It's interesting. As much of a baseball guy I am, when the Nats are in, it's just like I love the sport, but it's a lot. You have a lot of competing interests. Works pretty hard right now, but I'm happy to be at this football game. Little fun nudge. I would not make planned time to come out here ever. So if you're going to pay me to come out here to hang out a little bit, sure, and run around the field, yeah, okay, maybe I'll come.
I mean, Landover, Maryland. That's just where you want to spend your free time, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess what isn't it the home of? It doesn't have a Six Flags either there or nearby, right?
Yeah, there is a Six Flags somewhere nearby. I went to it once, maybe a long time
Okay.
ago. It was really hot. I didn't have that much fun. I should maybe go
I
back.
mean, that's an amusement park, you know. That's kind of how that works, man. It's kind of
Actually,
how
I
it
would
is.
like to go to Fright Fest. And actually, I think I at where's the good one? Kings Dominion has a good Fright Fest. I went like years ago, and I have some tickets to go. So if I can find some time between now and Halloween to hit that up, that's definitely something I would carve out some time for. So if you ask why I'm not watching playoff baseball, it's because I'm trying to find time to go to Fright Fest.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. I don't blame you. When
Also,
it
none of our
comes
teams are
to those
Nats are
things.
out, Giants are out, Yankees are out. Like, come on, there's who's there to root for?
The Orioles, man.
Oh yeah,
Gotta root
actually
for the
that's true.
Orioles.
I'll root for the Orioles. That's true. I'm just thinking, National League. Well, and the Yankees aren't. Whatever. I'm just talking.
I mean, look, as long as it's not the Dodgers,
That's true.
Although the Braves are pretty good. No, that's the reality is it's probably going to be Atlanta, and then I don't know. Maybe
God,
the
remember how much
Orioles.
everyone hated that Freddie Freeman didn't want to leave, but that whole situation, World Series MVP, he gone, and then Matt Olson just hits bombs and just crushes it for your team. So that's good for them.
Yeah, but the whole Freeman thing was interesting with the whole, the agent and whether or not the offer was communicated or not, and what was exactly, said or not said. I don't know if you can hear the dog barking in the background, but Justin Fields just hit a big pass deep down the left side of the field here. Looks like about a 40 or 50-yard bomb to DJ Moore, and it's a run after the catch. So
Wait, who is DJ Moore? Who is DJ Moore? That's right. Exactly.
There you go. Right. Well, let's see. Look, it's not all bad for you. So, he did not score a touchdown, so it's not that helpful. It's just a couple of points.
Yes.
True. Yeah, it is early. These are two bad teams, and like I said, hopefully you can't hear the dog. She is going at it.
Winnie's fine. I can't hear
her. Yeah, I know. Winnie. So, there you go. Are there any? What do you think about the Rays? We get less than 20,000 people showing up for a playoff game on a Tuesday afternoon.
They need their stadium. They need to build that stadium that only has capacity for 20,000. I think that would be really cool. It would be compact and exciting.
Like a 25,000 person stadium.
Yeah. Opposite of the A's. God bless them. I feel bad, but yeah.
The whole Oakland thing is really brutal. I don't know if you read the article ESPN did a couple weeks ago. Basically, essentially the A's were negotiating with Oakland and were secretly negotiating with Vegas, and essentially, Oakland feels like they really got a lot of bad faith. They essentially had assurances, oh yeah, we're only talking to you, this is it. And then, immediately, oh yeah, we have this whole other deal. Oakland's tough. It's a tough from an infrastructure perspective and public money perspective. I get it. I get the Vegas appeal. I agree with you, though. I think for the Rays, having a smaller neighborhood style stadium would be better. They have to have something with a dome, just I think weather-wise, you can't have something that's uncovered. The problem is, they're going to stay in St. Pete, which is probably not great. If they were in Tampa, it might be a little bit better, just in terms of logistics.
DJ Moore touchdown. I called it right here. Watch.
I mean, on my TV, I'm seeing Justin Fields get sacked. So
okay, well, just wait. I'm predicting the future here.
Okay. All right. Unless your feed's ahead of mine.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like in the left corner, back of the end zone. He's going to do one of these little bit of these dances.
It looks like it. Look at that. Paul breaking. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, we don't need to see that. America did not need to see Paul dancing. But, oh, God. It's even worse on YouTube. Well, look at you, man. That's how many points is that here right off the bat? That's going to be 14.8 points on that first drive. Wow.
Yeah. So what were you saying about my predictions for the outlook for this year? That's what I thought.
Oh, whoa. You know, Joe Burrow keeps playing on this bad cap. He's going to snap it, have tear his Achilles. But, you keep playing with fire. Look, I'm all 4 points. I'm cool with points. Let's get some work for Brian Robinson. I'm good with it. Justin Fields and DJ Moore can have a big game. That's no problems here. I'm not playing you. I don't care. Doesn't affect me. I'm just, when you look at things, before they play, right, you got to think about what makes sense. But these are two bad teams. There should be points. DJ Moore should be productive. 80 yards and a touchdown on the first drive is pretty good. We'll see what he does the rest of the night, sir. So there you go. Yeah, Screech.
Can I do this, or how's that work? There we go.
Yeah, I can see it. Who is that?
I don't know who Charles Mann is, but
I don't know. Must be some former player.
Yeah, there's Tutty a little bit. Come on, there you go.
There you go.
They were in the frame, but now they got out, and Screech is on the other side.
I think the real question I want to know, though, is: are you going to appear in the background of the halftime show? We're going to see, the presidents running around doing some crazy stuff.
I told you, not halftime. We'll be out there at the 2-minute warning.
So okay, TV timeout.
Coming out of commercial break, we'll see what Amazon wants to show.
All right. Well, you're there, so you didn't see the pregame. You didn't see Muriel Bowser, DC Mayor, trying, a nice PR.
Here, Zimmerman's here.
Oh yeah, with Dave Chang, talking about how she wants to bring the stadium back to DC for the Washington football team.
Did she talk about that live in front of everyone?
I mean, it's not live; it was taped interview. Just sort of like she'd like to do that, not any specifics, but it was all very big fluff piece. I don't know why Dave Chang, was Washington super fan and doing the piece, but whatever. I'm not Amazon. I don't have unlimited money, so But all right, man. Well, I'll leave you to it. You could be Nostradamus for us, but we're not. It's no helpful live betting when you already know when the plays already happened before you relay it. So
yeah, I'll let you know how many yards he returns his kick. But no, it's been great. I hope I broke some ice and try to mix it up. And first to live pod from stadium, and I hope challenge someone else can do it from a locker room, from a field. I look forward to next week's pod.
Oh, a locker room. That would be something. You know? We'll see. We maybe. I don't know. We have those kind of connections here, but we'll see. Maybe.
No, Justin knows someone. Justin was telling us that Rodgers was going to the Jets before anyone else knew. His friend
but that was like a Twitter rumor for like 6 months. That really wasn't anything like.
Yeah, but we heard it first from Justin's friend from law school.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe his friend from law school can get him, inside the locker room.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Justin probably can throw it as far as Zach Wilson, so I feel like that's a pretty good. He could probably fill in. I think so. All right. Well, enjoy, sir. We look forward to see if we catch you here on the broadcast. And until next time, good luck. But yeah, there we go. Let's get some microphone action.
Fellow All-Car League.